the KMNN studios, this is the Kids Morning News Network.
Good morning, it's May 8th, 2024, and I'm Alex in the KMNN studio in New York. It is World Donkey Day. It is, I'm serious, World Donkey Day. Donkeys are cousins of horses, and they have been helping people out for thousands of years. Like 6,000, a lot of thousands. Donkeys are strong, sure-footed, not as big as horses, and they can be downright lovable. There are actually several different donkey breeds and different sizes. None of them is a mule, by the way. Mules are animals that are half horse, half donkey. Calling donkeys mules would be a donkey disservice. There are something like 40 million donkeys in the world today, every one of them willing to help out. No one really knows why they're called donkeys, by the way. Donkey is a word that doesn't seem to come from an older word, like a lot of the words we use. Just kind of appeared, and it gets the job done, much like a donkey. Give the donkeys a little respect and have a dandy donkey day. Next year, America, the United States, has a big birthday. It's turning 250. HBD USA. To celebrate, America is planning a field trip. A bunch of them, actually. America 250 is a group of people from the government and from the arts and business worlds and from all different parts of our society. This group is coming up with ways for all of us here in America to celebrate together. One really cool thing it's planning is called America's Field Trip. This is a chance for students in grades 3 to 12 to take trips for free to historic sites around the country. It's a contest. To enter, you have to describe what America means to you. And you can do it in a bunch of ways: artwork, videos, or essays. 25 kids from each grade will get a free 3-day, 2-night trip to a cultural or historical site. A place like the Statue of Liberty, say, or Yellowstone National Park, or Fort Point in San Francisco. Second place finishers will get $500. And the teachers of the winners may also win an award. Check out the list of possible field trips, the full rules, and learn how to submit at America250, all one word, .org. The Boeing Starliner, which was expected to blast off for the ISS Monday night, is still parked at the pad. Starliner is fine, but the rocket that was going to lift it into space has an issue. But that's okay. Getting to space isn't easy, and they're always checking to make sure things are working right and that it's safe. In this case, they needed to take a closer look. Liftoff will happen soon, possibly later this week. It is springtime, which means not just flowers, but also butterflies are in bloom, or they will be soon. One challenge for butterflies: lawnmowers. When lawnmowers cut grass, sometimes a caterpillar's chosen food gets cut too. A study in England found that especially in places with a lot of houses, long grass is an important refuge for caterpillars and a place for them to fuel up before they become butterflies. So while flowers and nectar make for great butterfly gardens, you can't get the butterflies without well-fed caterpillars, and some researchers say leaving a patch of grass uncut can be a big boost for butterflies. Woohoo! Time for the riddle. Monday's riddle was, I have 1 head, 1 foot, and 4 legs. What am I? Answer: a bed. All right, today's riddle: none in a house, 1 in a room, and 2 in a corner. What is it? I'll tell you again. None in a house, 1 in a room, and 2 in a corner. What is it? I will give you the answer on Friday. On this day in history, 2 amazing events took place. In 1978, 2 guys climbed to the top of the highest point in the world, Mount Everest. And unlike most people who climb Everest, they didn't wear oxygen tanks. No one had ever done that before. Mount Everest is so high, 29,000 feet, the altitude that airliners fly, that the air is thin. There's less air pressure. So you only get about a third of the oxygen with each breath that you would at sea level. That can make you very tired and cranky and even be dangerous. In fact, most people thought climbing Everest without oxygen was impossible until these guys did it. Also on this day, 2 years before the Everest climb, an event we can all appreciate. The first modern roller coaster with a vertical loop. That's a loop where you go upside down. It opened at Magic Mountain in Valencia, California, and since it was 1976, the country's bicentennial, it was called the American Revolution. Since then, more than 45 million people have ridden it. And it's still running. It got a facelift a few years ago and was renamed the New Revolution. And if doing loops isn't enough, for a while the park let people ride it with a VR headset on. But isn't the point of a roller coaster to have an adventure in IRL, not VR? Well, will the weather be an IRL adventure today? Depending on where you are, maybe. You might see blizzard conditions in the northern Rockies, rain in the middle of the country and in the northeast, and fog on the Gulf Coast. Oh, and winds near the California-Nevada-Arizona border. And June gloom in Los Angeles, which counts as an adventure. All right, well, that's the show. Thank you very much for listening. Hey, if you like this episode, please subscribe, share it, and spread the word about the Kids Morning News Network. Grown-ups, if you'd like to become a supporter, there's a link in the episode description. I'll be back on Friday, and I hope you are too. From the KMNN Newsroom, this is Alex, signing off.